In the last video, we saw how to create a data frame. We created a small data frame containing 6 columns and 6 rows. Normally, in the industrial use, we will have data frames which contain thousands of columns and millions of rows. So when we have such enormous data frames, how do we view the different parts of the data frames? We will discuss that in this particular video. Before we start our discussion, let us create our data frame so that we can use it for our discussion. So here we are in RStudio. I will first create our vectors. So we have the 6 vectors. I will create that. Once the vectors are created, I will create our data frame. Notice that I'm using string as factors as equal to false. So I will create our data frame called v_marks. So now data frame is created. If I look at the structure of this data frame, I will have three columns of characters and 3 columns of numbers. So we have 3 string columns and 3 number columns. Now I want the company column to be a factor because it will contain only fixed values. So I can convert the company column to a factor by using the function as factor. So we will do that. So now I am creating the company column to be a factor. If I notice the structure once again, you notice that the company column now has become a factor and it has got 3 levels, whereas the other columns, name and roll number, are still string columns, and the 3 marks columns are number columns. Now I can add another level like we discussed in the last video to the company column. So I will do that, and if I see the structure now, it is like this, where the company column has got 4 levels. So I will view my data frame by giving the data frame name. So here we have the data frame. It has got 6 columns: name, roll number, company, computer architecture, data analysis, and R programming. And it has got 6 rows. So now we will head to our discussion on how do we refer different parts of the data frame. We will discuss various techniques of referring to different parts of our data frame. We will start with the simplest mechanism, where we will refer to each individual element of data by the row number and the column number. You can imagine the data frame to be like an Excel worksheet where you have planted the data in rows and columns, and you can refer to each element by the row number and the column number. The syntax goes like this, where we give the data frame name and we give within square brackets the row number, comma, column number. We will see an example. So we have our data frame v_marks. So within square brackets, if I give 1, 1, this means that I want to refer to the element in the first row and in the first column. So let's see this in RStudio. So we had previously created the data frame. Now let's try to explore different elements of the data frame. So I can say v_marks, and within square brackets, if I say 1, 1, I should get the element at the first row and first column. So let us see this. So you see that I get the element at the first row and first column. I could do this for any other So you see that I get the element at the 3rd row and 5th column. So if I give a element number which is out of bounds, I should get an error. So it says that there is no such element, it is not available. So you can refer to individual elements in this manner. Referencing by column number may not be always feasible. This is especially true when the number of columns in a data frame is very large. So we have an alternate where we can refer to the column by the column name. So let's see how to do that. So the syntax is that I can give data frame name, and within square brackets I can give row number, comma, the column name. Instead of column number, I can give the column name and close the square brackets. So we see an example. So in our data frame v_marks, I could have given v_marks within square brackets 1, comma, within quotation marks the column name, that is roll number, If I do this, it will give me the roll number of the first row in the data frame. Let's see this in RStudio. So now let's try to refer to a data element by the column name. So here I have my data frame v underscore marks. I say 1 comma within quotes I have to give the column name. The column name should be exactly the way it is defined in the data frame. So if I do that, it gives me the roll number of the first column. I can just verify this by checking what is there in my data frame. So you notice that the first row's roll number is 101, which I got when I gave 1 comma roll number, and I got 101. So I could do this another example, v underscore marks. Let me say 4th row, give me the name. So when I do this, it gives me the 4th row's name, that is Arindam. So I could refer to the individual elements of the data by giving the row number and the column name. Next we look at what we will do when we want to see a complete record. So we have seen that we can give the row number and the column number. Now what is possible is that we can give either the row number or the column number. Now to see the complete record, we can only give the row number, but the important thing is that you need to follow it up with a comma. The comma indicates that this is the row number and the column number has been left empty. So the syntax is the data frame name and within square brackets give the row number followed by a comma and then close the square brackets. So we see an example of this. So if I say v underscore marks within square brackets, if I give 1 comma, this means that I want to see the first record. So this will show me the first record. So here we have our data frame, and now I will say v underscore marks and I say 1 comma. So if you do that, it gives me the first record. I could do this for any other record also. So I could say 4 comma and this gives me the 4th record, or for that matter I could say 6 comma and this gives me the 6th record. So you can see that when I give only the row number, it gives me all the columns of the particular record. Just like we could see all the columns for a particular row, we can also see all the rows for a particular column. So there are multiple syntaxes for this. So we will discuss all the syntaxes, what we can do for seeing all the rows for a particular column. So the syntax is that we can give the data frame name and within square brackets, we can leave the row number column, row number parameter blank. We can just put a comma and either give the column name or the column number. So this is the first way of doing it. There's other way of doing it also, which I will discuss now. So you see an example. So I could give v underscore marks within square brackets comma 2, means I want to see the second column. Or I could say this as v underscore marks within square brackets comma roll number within quotes. This will give me the roll number column, which is the second column. The third method is that we could give v underscore marks dollar the column name. That will also give me all the rows of the particular column. So we will see this in action in RStudio. So now I want to see all the rows for a particular column. So we can say v underscore marks of, first give the comma because I want to leave the row number empty, and I can give any column number. So I say number 3. So it shows me all the company names of the different records. Then I can give v underscore marks of comma within quotes I say company. So I get the same output. I could do this for any other column also. I could say comma name So you see that all the names are provided. We also see the other syntax. I could say v underscore marks dollar, and I can see all the column names coming up. I can give any column name. So I can say computer architecture, for example, and it gives me all the data for that particular column. So far, we have been referencing one row at a time. But what we can also do is that we can reference multiple rows at the same time. So let's see how to do that. The syntax for that is I give the data frame name, and within square brackets I give a vector of row numbers followed by a comma. We will be leaving the column number empty so that we see all the columns. So when we give a vector of row numbers, it will give me all the row numbers which are there in the vector, and thus I can see multiple rows at the same point of time. So we see an example. So if I say v underscore marks within square brackets, I say c within brackets I give 1 comma 4 comma 5. This means that it will show me the record numbers 1 comma 4 comma 5 in one shot. So let's see this in action in RStudio. So here we are back in RStudio. Let's just clear our console. So I see my data frame once again. So here's my data frame. Now I want to see multiple rows. So I say data frame name, and then I give a vector of the row numbers followed by a comma, leaving the column number parameter empty. So when I do this, notice that it gives me the first, third and fourth record, just like the vector contents, which contains the row number 1, 3 and 4. So I could do it a little bit differently also. That is, I could say C, I give 1 comma 3, this followed by a comma, leaving column number empty. This will give me the first 3 rows, that is 1, 2, 3. So you notice that it gives me 1, 2, 3. I could do this for, let's say, 3 comma 5 or 6. So now it gives me 4 records from third record to the 6th record. So I could do this as well. I could mix this continuous reference and single reference by giving something like 3 colon 6 comma 1. So now it gives me the third, fourth, fifth, sixth record and also the first record. Just like I could reference multiple rows, I can reference multiple columns also. To reference multiple columns, the mechanism is the same. Now instead of the row number parameter, in the column number parameter, we need to give the vector of column numbers that we want to see. So let us see the syntax of this first. So the syntax is very similar. We give the data frame name, and within square brackets we leave the row number parameter, give just a comma, and then give a vector of the column numbers or the column names. So we could reference the columns by the numbers or the names. So we could give a vector of column numbers or column names. We see a few examples first. So the first example is that we say v underscore marks. Within square brackets we give comma and then give a vector of c 2 comma 3. That means I want to see column number 2 and 3. Or I could replace the 2 and 3 with the actual column names. That is, I could say C within brackets, I say roll number within quotes and company within quotes. Roll number and company being separated by a comma. So this will give me the records for only the row number and the company column. So here we are back in RStudio. So I will just clear my screen first and I plant my data frame once again. Now I want to see roll number and company. So I can say v underscore marks and within square brackets I give comma c 2 comma 3. So now you see it shows me all the records but only shows me the roll number and company columns. I could replace the column number with the column name. So now it shows me the same data once again. I could add another column number also. You can see that I can rearrange my columns if I want to. So if I put here name, so now it should show me 3 columns, and it does that. So you see that the data has got rearranged from the original data set. Now, just like we did for rows, I could give something like this 2 comma 3, so it gives me the same result. I could mix this also. I could say 1 comma 1 colon 2 comma 4 colon 6. So now you see it gives me the last 3 columns and the first 2 columns, and I could have done just this also. So it gives me the first column and the last 3 columns. So I can do all these combinations, and I can see the data. Last thing what we can do is we can mix both the row number and the column number for multiple records. So I could give a vector for row number also. I say 1 colon 3, and the columns just like I defined in the last syntax. So now you see it gives me the first 3 rows for the columns which I have asked for. So I could mix the row number also. I could say 1 colon 3 comma 5, and now I see 4 records and for the columns which I have asked for.